Farescape Academy inspector training videos. We're here in Lowell, and we're doing downtown walkarounds, and we're walking up to this Farescape. Must be structurally sound, must be kept painted. And we're about 30-40 feet away. Pass or fail, paint-wise?
Fail.
From here, any evidence of any maintenance, any shiny hex head bolts anywhere?
None whatsoever.
Any life safety issues that you can identify right from here?
Missing treads.
Falling treads?
Falling treads.
So
looks
these.
like it's probably been.
So a lot of times when you have a Farescape that's this neglected, just on maintenance alone, just on the paint job side, you can write a violation, and the violation will always be repair it, paint it, test it. And that last word, test, is what you use with the individual to determine whether or not a load test is going to be ordered, or whether they've given you satisfactory evidence that the Farescape is been refurbished correctly. So now looking up, any evidence of any maintenance anywhere?
No.
Bricks, we got welds. Let's talk about this weld on this corner. Are you familiar with what the process is to guarantee that weld in this corner?
No.
Well, one is the load test, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about this corner right now.
Okay.
All right. So I can load test it, and that's the only way I can guarantee that weld, which could be 25, 50 years old, right?
Yeah.
How about if I went in there and I drilled a hole, or I put a plate in that corner, or gusset, and I picked up and I put 2 bolts? Can I keep that weld and put in 2 bolts?
Absolutely.
Do I now need to load test it?
No.
Okay, so any weld that is not x-rayed for you, load test it as a guarantee for you, or you can go in and basically reinforce it with 2 bolts. Okay, so now all welded connections in the city of Lowell must be verified, load tested, or x-rayed. Otherwise, reinforce it with a bolt. Let's talk about these treads. Why did this tread give way? And let's see if there's any other ones that want to give way. And the good thing about that tread is this.
Bolts are shit.
See, the bolts are here, but they're gone. And you can see the bolts, the shaft is still up there. And then when you look at it, you can't see there's too much debris in the back. So a lot of times these things, the bolts are good, squares, these are what squares look like. But let's see, oh, truck damage. Just so you know what happens if the owner, do you think this owner has insurance on this building?
Sure. Sure.
This is called a Farescape lottery ticket. The insurance, if he knows who did it, will fix this whole Farescape, because I just don't fix this bend. Any vendor during an insurance hit like this doesn't just fix this bend. He's required to bring it back into operational condition. So what that means, that truck that hit this is going to fix the whole Farescape. If it's a hit and run, then he must generate a police report, and then his insurance is going to fix it with a deductible. It could be $1,000, could be $3,000, could be $5,000. But you see how much rust is growing on these. Look at all the rust that's growing in. Look at all the debris that's acting. And all the bushes here. This stuff eats Farescapes night and day. Treads are missing here. Look at all that rust. It takes 25 to 50 years to grow from a 1/4 inch to grow a 1/4 inch of rust. We've got over 1 inch of rust here. So this Farescape has been rusting since the day it was put up. And every one of these must be refurbished. So some people during a repair will actually come in and just fix this broken tread, replace this one, and leave everything. Is that going to be satisfactory?
No.
In Lowell? So if they want to spot repair, right, which is an option, and they can guarantee that all these bolts are in good condition and there is no rust inside the connection, you're going to want to load test anyway. So if they want to spot repair and load test the difference, is that all right with you too? It's called spot repair it and full load. And literally load testing, it's the same thing. It's still a load test. But some people will you're like, hey, I'm going to spot repair. The rest of it is great. You say, great. So spot repair what you want, sir, through your engineer who's going to be dealing with me anyway, and then load test the difference. So in some cases, this could happen. Somebody will come in and change all these bolts out on the staircase, change all the bolts out on that staircase, but then they want to load test this platform and that platform because they don't want to drill holes in the building anymore. So if I change out all these bolts and load test the platforms and they all pass, are you happy with that?
No.
Well, if I load test it.
Oh, if you load test.
Right. I refurbish all the treads.
Yeah, if you load test.
I load test the platforms.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to do the treads now because I refurbish those. I load test those platforms because the guy doesn't want me to drill holes in his building.
Right.
Will that pass?
Yes.
Well, that's, yeah. So even a partial will work with you. So they have a choice: load test it, totally refurbish it, or do a mix of the two. The engineer is going to speak with you anyway. Because when, for example, when somebody pulled a permit to install these, they still talked with you about what was coming, right? There was sort of like this relationship between you and whoever was going to do this when they pulled a permit. Nobody speaks with you about fire escapes. It's the bastard child of egress. It's been forgotten. And as you can see, there's quite a bit. So let's take a look around the corner, because we've got another fire escape right around the corner. And we already talked about the weld. And it looks like, and this happens, you see there used to be a door, see that door pin over there? And that other door pin? Somebody kind of Mickey Mouse this thing. Instead of having a through bolt, they basically welded it into those pins.